GBV tangoinzwira kudzimba ende ichi kutoramba ichinetsa saka kakonyeka kuonekwa kakwenda. So we want to thank you, the organizers, kuti we need to prevent it from our students. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who worked tirelessly to bring this campaign to fruition, including our partners, advocates, and students' organizations. A special thanks to the survivors who have bravely shared their stories, inspiring us to take action. This is a research-based activity or event, or it's a program rather now. Right, gender-based violence is a pervasive issue that affects individuals and communities across the globe. It undermines the very foundation of our society, particularly within our educational institutions, where young minds should feel safe and empowered to learn and grow. This campaign is crucial in fostering an environment where every individual, regardless of gender, can pursue their education without fear. For too long, gender-based violence has been shrouded in silence and stigma. Through the Safer Campuses Campaign, we aim to create a culture of openness and support. We must encourage survivors to share their stories and empower bystanders to take action. Together, we can dismantle the barriers that prevent dialogue and healing. Our success depends on collective action. I call upon universities, teachers' colleges, polytechnics, industrial training colleges, community organizations, and government bodies to join forces in this campaign. Together, we can develop comprehensive strategies that address prevention, support, and education. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that our campuses are safe spaces for all.
I consider it the honor of my life to stand in full solidarity of this Safer Campuses campaign today, as we stand up against gender-based violence. This campaign is not just about creating safer campuses. It's about nurturing an environment where every student can thrive, free from the fear of violence, harassment, and discrimination. It's about fostering a culture of respect where everyone feels valued, heard, and protected. May we be that generation that refuses to sit idly while gender-based violence or sexual harassment may stand in the dark shadows of our communities. We cannot allow fear to dictate our actions, to stifle our voices, to limit our potential. We must rise up together as a united force of people that care, to demand change, to create a brighter future for ourselves and the generations to come. Let us break the curses. Let us be the generation that says no more to violence, that breaks the cycle of abuse, that builds a legacy of safer campuses for all.
Now, before I go into a little bit more about the Safer Campuses campaign, allow me to speak on the issue of gender-based violence. The United Nations broadly defines gender-based violence, commonly referred to as GBV, that results in or is likely to result in physical, sexual, or mental harm or suffering to individuals. And this is regardless of gender, including threats such as acts, coercion, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty, whether occurring in public or private life. According to the 2024 World Bank report, around 39.4% of women experience physical violence and 11.6% experience sexual violence. My dear colleagues, my dear friends, this is alarming and constitutes a pervasive human rights violation that affects not just the victim or survivors, but can have ripple effects on families, communities at large. And this can happen to anyone, and it can happen anywhere, even on campuses. And it affects so many people. Many of you seated here today, my dear friends, many of you, our current and future leaders. It is a solution-oriented approach to reinforcing a zero-tolerance approach to violence in the education system while establishing support services for survivors, thus promoting help-seeking behaviors. I'm particularly pleased that this initiative is timely, as it falls in line with the government of Zimbabwe's 2023 National Strategy on GBV Prevention, which provides a national framework for response, and we believe the Safer Campuses Campaign will support this strategy by addressing GBV at key levels, that is higher education. And so, my dear friends, today marks the starting point of our collective journey to end gender-based violence once and for all. Through collaborative engagements with government bodies and institutions, UNESCO remains committed to working towards this vision.
Grows. She walks with caution. You walk slow. Both bear a weight they can't reveal. Their silent fears, wounds that won't heal. For harassment hides in shadows cast. A whispered threat, a quiet past. Yet courage stirs in trembling voices to speak the truth, reclaim their choices. Though fear may shake, they'll find their strength. In unity, they'll go the length to rise, no longer alone, creating safe spaces, a campus their own. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Say no to gender-based violence. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Judith Makiwa. I'm a student at TERTIARY doing metallurgy. I think these days it's no longer physical violence. The gender-based violence is mutated in this digital age. It is no longer physical, it's now more of digital. Most students are facing cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is now the form of violence that is happening these days. And I think most students do this unaware. Like, people are being harassed through cell phones, but they are not aware through social media.
So my name is Love Lambo. I'm the Minister of Academic Affairs at Manicaland State University. I'm pursuing a degree in mining engineering and mineral processing. Yes. So being the Minister of Academic Affairs and a peer educator at the same time, I get to understand that the stand of Safer Campuses Campaign has become so vital, and it is contributing a lot to the students, to raising awareness against gender-based violence, against sexual harassment in campuses. So I really do believe that it is important that this launch goes on even to making sure that everyone is involved within the campaign, making sure that the students themselves, the staff, are involved in the campaign. So at the end of the day, as a peer educator and as a Minister of Academic Affairs, you would find that I have had to meet circumstances, even received cases whereby students come up, and those who have managed to come up, they come and say and tell you about the issues that they are having. But we have had a challenge that we're still having very low cases of people who are coming to actually report, because we, and at the end of the day, realize that not many students actually understand what sexual harassment really is, at the point where gender-based violence become reportable, where a person has to be able to report. So we still have those issues, and that's why we say that let's have Safer Campuses campaign, and let's have the launch go on into activities.